Hi, I'm Ebon.
And I'm William.
And welcome to another episode of the Thick and Thin Podcast.
All right, welcome to another episode. We're tired today. We've had a long weekend.
Indeed.
A happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
It was on Friday, so make sure you guys drop all the comments in the section. Wish Eben a happy birthday.
Thanks.
Yeah, long weekend.
Yeah.
For basically no reason.
Aw.
Turns out.
Aww.
We'll get to that. Let's start with your birthday. How was it?
It was good. I mean, it was low key, which I'm fine with. A definite improvement from last year when the refrigerator took its eternal rest and I was scrambling and stressing to try and figure out where to stash our food and grocery shopping for another refrigerator. So this one was way more
birthday-like.
Yeah.
Way more, I was going to say celebratory, but I don't even know if that's...
I mean, my mom took me to one of my favorite Thai restaurants. And then, in the evening I spent it with you.
I dragged you up the mountain. Borderline got you sick. Weaving through the tiny roads, going up to Big Bear for the comedy festival, which I'm going to do my best to say nice things about.
A short talk about it then.
So we get up to Big Bear, and the drive was fine. I was surprised at how well you did.
Thanks to medication.
Thanks to medication. Proud of you for holding it together.
And also thank you for, again, taking care while driving, because, like I said, the other person when I went before wasn't as conscientious.
Yeah, well,
I was holding the ocean bar. And,
I don't want to die either. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Although, we'll get to that. But so yeah, we made the trip up to Big Bear. We found the location that the show was at, and it turned out to be like a half hotel, part bar. It was kind of a little cool.
I would consider that like a loungy. It
was a lounge, but it had a full bar. Is my point.
Yes, but it had like couches and
yeah, it was pretty
just
cool.
Bar stools and uncomfortable tables.
It was I would say like log cabin style on the outside.
Rustic looking,
so it was pretty neat. We get there, we park, and we're walking around awkwardly because we don't know where to go. And someone approaches us and they go, "Hey, do you need to check in?" And it was like, "No, I'm a performer on the comedy show." And they go, "Oh, great. So," and when something starts with "so," then it's gonna be like,
what happened? Yeah.
And they go, "So, lightning hit an electric pole, and we don't have any power."
And this is like 6:45-ish.
Yeah, so a little more than an hour until the show is gonna start. And they're like, "We're told that it's scheduled to be back on by 8, but we're not really sure. If it doesn't, we have a backup plan to go to this other bar and set up there and do the show there. It'll start later, but we'll still do the show." And even at that, I was like, I have to go to a place where people aren't expecting there to be a show, to do a show. It's like, I've been through this so many times doing comedy in places where people aren't expecting comedy, and it's never as good as you want it to be.
Right.
It doesn't always go bad, but it's never...
It's already an uphill climb.
It's an uphill climb. It's a great metaphor for this, considering it was in the mountains. So, but they were like, hang out. There's no lights, but there's pizza that they ordered, so you can get a bite to eat, and then just hang out until the show starts. Here's your badge. Here's your VIP thing, etc., etc. So we grab a little bit of pizza, and we're just sitting in the dark, chit-chatting.
Darkish.
Darkish,
Still
as
like
the sun
twilight.
was going down.
Sun's going down,
But it was quickly eroding.
Yeah, for sure.
It was getting dark quick. And, we took a romantic pee together. And
I forgot about that.
At one point, it was like, we got to use the bathroom. Like, where can we go? And they're like, there's one in there. Obviously, there's no lights, so they gave us these little handheld electric candles.
Yeah.
And we each took one. And there were 2 bathrooms, but when you walked in, you were like, there's a urinal in here. And I was like, I'll just come in. I didn't really have to go, but I was like, I might as well try.
Yeah.
So we went in and we set our candles down, and we, you facing my butt, we took peas together.
And what was the thing I said?
Don't fart. And I didn't.
You did not.
I held it in. So yeah, that was probably the most romantic part of the weekend. And it was spooky as hell.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say it kind of felt how I imagined going to the bathroom like in the early 20th century, but I'm like, then there wouldn't have been indoor plumbing, so this wouldn't have been how it was done. But it was.
We got lucky in that aspect.
Yeah, jeez.
That they weren't like, there's a porta potty over there you can go in.
Ugh.
So took our peas together and walked out, and maybe 10 minutes after that. And first of all, the space that they had set up for the show there was awesome.
Yeah. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was like, it was sad that we weren't going to be performing there.
I know.
They had chairs set up. There was a throne on stage, and I was like, damn, I'm definitely sitting on that at some point during my set. There's no way I'm not. Like I said, full bar off to the side so people could get drinks. Didn't seem like there was food, which is perfect. That is actually ideal for comedy. Is like drinks, no food is like, that is the way to go.
Okay.
Seemed like they had like lighting and everything. Like it seemed like they did live music there a lot, I'm sure is what goes on. Probably like jazz bands and shit would be like perfect there. But there was no power, so there was no lights. So they did say at one point, or somebody had mentioned like, the speakers are wireless. So blah, blah, blah. Like, I was kind of like, maybe we'll just do it in the dark. I don't know.
But as the sun was, because they had a bunch of those electric or battery operated candles in there. But even with all those in there, it still was like not bright enough to like see faces of people on stage.
Very true. Very true. Yeah, it would have been like, in the old theaters where they just had the candles in the front with like the domes things that would push it forward. It'd be like that, but worse. And I think I mentioned to one of the people that was like running the thing, I was like, we should just tell scary stories. And we just change this to from a comedy show to a scary story.
Right.
Scary story show, whatever. So probably, like 7:40 maybe, 7:45.
Call it, yeah.
They were like, all right, we're going to go to the other place. It's a sports bar in like
the center of the village. Or
yeah,
something.
basically. Yeah. I think it's called the Village at Big Bear or whatever. So we go down there and we walk into this sports bar, and it's a very cool sports bar. As far as like sports bars go themselves. Yeah. It was really cool.
But you immediately were like, oh, this is going to suck.
This is going to suck. This is going to suck. Because the stage was at the back of the bar.
And at the bottom, because they were like tiered, like, set of tables, and you go down some stairs, and another set of tables, you go down some stairs, another set of tables, and you go down some stairs, and then there's the stage.
So not even that. There was 3 tiers, and then there was a fucking pit.
Oh, okay. I can see the pit.
Yeah,
okay.
There was like a 20-foot gap that was like 10 feet lower than the last tier.
And no tables were there?
No tables. It was just open. Like genuinely like go down and mosh down there.
Interesting.
Like I wanted to go up and just be like, open this fucking pit up, but I don't think anybody else could tell that there was actually a pit down there.
No,
I mean, the
couldn't.
first comic brought it up. The host had mentioned it. And he did well because he was doing crowd work with like this group of white dudes that was obvious. I even said before the show started, I was like, they're going to be a problem. Like, because they're not that they're going to be like aggressive or anything, but they're just going to be talkative. They're going to be shouting shit.
Yeah.
I just know. I can tell. And so like he was kind of ribbing them, and like he did well, and then I think they left like right after his set.
Okay. They were like, "Oh, people are gonna pick on us. We're out."
Yeah, and they were probably like, "Well, we can go somewhere where we can talk and drink," you know. So, you know, as the show progresses.
Wait, can I interject
Yeah,
a
go
note
for
there?
it.
So, because I'm me, but you know, we were sitting like the second to no, I guess we're at the top tier, weren't we? Yeah. And there were like, I counted, there were 26 TVs. Actually, there were more because I didn't realize there's some on the backside from what I could see. There's 26 TVs in this joint. So I was like, oh God. And to the venue's credit, before the show began, they actually went off and actually turned them all off. So that was one kudos I will give to the venue. It was like, okay, so at least they're trying to
For sure.
narrow the focus, as it were.
They seem like they put on a lot of shows there. I don't know if
because they had a
comedy.
full
Yeah, they had a whole soundboard.
soundboard built in, and
Yeah.
had a whole band set up on the stage.
So it seemed like they know how to put on a show. I don't know how much comedy they do there. Probably not very much.
yeah,
Because it's not intimate enough. Like
No,
people
not
don't
for comedy,
understand.
yeah.
Like you need people to be close. Like that, the best case scenario is people to be close to the stage.
right.
Because then we can like connect, and it's not just I'm talking into the darkness.
ether, yeah.
Yeah. So, people before me do pretty well. I do pretty poor. I don't know, man. Like, it's just weird, like, not being able to see people's faces. And, like, people were laughing, but it was just, like, I don't know if people are even smiling and just, like, not laughing out loud. Like, I couldn't tell if people are having a good time. So, of course, I get in my own head, and then I feel like that affects, like, the rest of my set. And it's just...
Well, from my view in the immediate environs of where I was sitting, it just felt like I feel like maybe people paid attention to the host just out of curiosity, but most people were just like, okay, let's go back to our drinks and talk.
Yeah.
And like everybody was talking there was one couple that was over my shoulder to the right where they were just like a little bit too loud, and a few times I was just like,
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't like to make excuses for my bad sets, but we weren't set up for success.
no, you
but
definitely weren't.
I don't know. At the end of the day, like, that shouldn't matter. I should bring it no matter what.
I mean, like I said, it just... And also, I noticed after each performer, like a chunk of people would leave. So
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
it was definitely like, as you predicted, like people wanted to come and drink and shoot the shit with their whatever sports was on, and
Right.
when they couldn't, it was like, we're out.
Yep. Which I get it.
Yeah.
I get it, man. It's kamikaze comedy. They don't. Yeah, they don't. They don't want that.
Yeah.
They changed the lineup, I think, 2 or 3 times. There was not enough time between being booked on it to here's what shows you're gonna be on to here's the lineup. Like, there was just way too condensed. Like, I think it was 2 weeks out that we got like
notified.
noticed. And then like the week of, or the week before maybe, was like, here's the shows you're going to be on. And then there would be another email is like, here's like an updated list of what shows you're going to be on. And then there was another one that was like, here's the final list. And it was like, dog,
Yeah.
like, get it together, you know? And also post the lineup in those emails. Like, have it set in stone already. So when we get to the second venue, and we got a barbecue chicken pizza and a drink, and we're sitting there, and one of the show guys comes up and he's like, William, right? I'm like, yep. He says, you're going to go after so-and-so, and you're going to be like third or fourth, including the host. And it was like, great. And then they motioned for me to go back to like the green room. So I go back there, which I'm glad I did. I was almost going to be like, no, I'm good. I'll just sit here.
Well, that would have been a long walk to the stage.
And yeah, it was like you go down some stairs, you go up another set of stairs into the back, through a room. It was just like, I'm glad I came back here, even though I was just standing by myself, not talking to anyone because I'm awkward and don't know how to have normal conversations like a normal person.
Sure you do those. Just awkward.
No, it was no. It's me. It's always me.
Okay.
It's always me. So when I get back to the green room, there's a different dude and a lady making a different lineup, and they're like, "Oh, you're gonna go after this person," and I was like further down, and I was like, "Damn!" Like, I really wanted to go early. Like, I didn't tell them that, but I wanted to go early because I know it's going to be easier for the people going sooner. But again, not trying to make excuses. Maybe I should have taken it as a compliment that they wanted me to go later. Maybe my submission was, I don't know. I doubt that.
They were just disorganized.
They were just disorganized. But at the end of the day, it's like, it doesn't matter when I go up, I'm going to do the same jokes. It doesn't matter. So anyway, do my mediocre set. There was people laughing on that side, not on that side whatsoever. It was like a split, like down the middle, like
really?
No laughs on the right-hand side of the room.
Wait, you're right? Or?
Yeah, on that side. And then there was everybody that was laughing, which was like a total of 5 of the 55 people that were there. 11%.
Oh, God.
We got where...
on
the left, yeah. And I think we're probably the people that booked the show kind of thing. So I felt even more stupid. I was like, oh, you're forcing these laughs even. But there was one old man that I'm pretty sure I got pretty good a few times. Okay. Because you can pick up on like genuine laughs. So I was like, okay, like he at least enjoyed my racist jokes. What was I going to say? Oh, and so I got off stage, and of course, like, it's an hour and a half later than we were, so it's just like, all right, we're leaving. Yeah. and we drove home. The drive up there, we got stopped by an accident, I assume. We're assuming
Some
it
kind,
was.
Yeah.
An RV. I don't know, but like a dude was changing a tire on an RV, but then there was another car getting towed. So I was like, what is going on here? Like, it was very confusing.
But and also on the side of because there was a drop off, I guess, on your left. How lucky for them, I guess, that they could, whatever the accident happened, and did not send somebody over the mountain. Because that was in the windy 2-lane.
I mean, yeah, they got guardrails, and you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how
sturdy those are.
Yeah, yeah, they actually do a pretty good job, which is impressive. But yeah, we were at one point, like, we were going up, and I put my car in park. Yeah, I mean, I had to put the parking brake on because we were like sitting up, like going up a roller coaster.
Which I was low-key grateful for, because that kind of gave me time to recalibrate, because them turns.
Yeah, we were driving up, and there was like, I mean, even before you hit the mountains, it's only like, oh, there's 19 miles left. Like, it's not really that far once you get to the mountains, as you just have to go slow. Yeah. But also, it was like 22 miles, an hour and 17 minutes, and I was like, that doesn't add up. Yeah. Like, what is going on? Like, there's something weird. So we get to that point and we're stopped, and there are like other cars coming from the other direction. And we're like, oh shit, are they making people turn around for whatever reason? Like, did they? And it was like, well, I'm not going to be able to make the show if I have to like go around the mountain. Like, it's just not going to happen. And we had rolled our windows down because the mountain air was fresh and cool. And we had actually a cool view over like the desert. Yeah, it was actually pretty cool. But we had our windows down, and one of the people coming down had their window down, and all we heard was there's a body in the road. And we're like, what the fuck? What is going on?
I was like, oh, we are going to have to turn around.
Yeah, I was like, if that's the case, then we're screwed. Like, yeah. And then, but well, obviously we have to wait because where we are, we can't just flip a bitch and go. So we would have to wait. And you were like, well, maybe they're like closing down just one side of the road and, you know, they're just letting like that side go and then we'll go, which ended up being the case.
Right.
We didn't wait that long.
Like
10
20
minutes? Oh, you
20,
think so?
about 20 minutes
wow,
or so,
okay.
yeah.
And then we got past. But what I think what that person was referring to, because I've been racking my brain over this, like why the hell would they say that out loud?
They could have been talking about a movie for all we know. We just heard the wrong clip.
Or, I mean, even when I passed, I was like, this is a lot of personnel for like a flat tire. Like, you know what I mean? Like there was like 2 fire trucks, a tow truck, like all these firemen standing around.
An accident.
Yeah, it was just like, this seems extravagant. So I wonder if the person was saying like, you'd think there was a body in the road.
We heard the wrong snippet.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I can think of. But dude, that was such a trip when he was just like, "There's a body in the road." I was like, "Was that a warning?"
I mean, just thinking back to my like years of, you know, going through the Cajon Pass, if there's a fatal accident, or even in city streets, when there's a fatal accident, they close the road full stop. You were being detoured. They're probably going to land, you know, if there's some sort of, land a helicopter in that space, and we did see helicopters.
And that was the thing, there was helicopter in like not one, there were several, and it was like, oh shit, like,
but it was like
going down.
Just looking at like where we were, I was like, there's no way they're landing a helicopter on this road.
No.
But again, if there was a legitimate dead body, they would have had to turn us around.
Yeah.
Because just investigations and stuff for that, there's no way they would have been like, drive on by while there's a body with a sheet, you know, next to you 10 feet away. Yeah. So
that was interesting, but we made it.
Yeah.
We gave ourselves plenty of time to get up there, so no stress. Yeah. And then, let's see. Yesterday, we went out to breakfast. Little IHOP action. Little all-you-can-eat pancakes.
For you, I can never do all-you-can-eat pancakes.
I mean, considering it's only $5 to just do pancakes, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, if you can eat more than 2.
Even 2. Because most of the stuff on the menu is like $15 or more for like a full-on thing.
I don't know. I just feel like it'd be that all you can eat pancakes specifically is just always wasted on me, because I'm, you know, because assuming you're gonna have some eggs or potatoes or a meat or whatever, you know, and a liquid, and as soon as that liquid hits the pancakes in my stomach, I'm out. I'm down for the count.
Anyway, I had 7.
Did you really have 7?
Yeah, the first stack was 3, and then I got 2 more refills.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That's what, because that's what I was thinking, like, as I was, or like, I almost just did the pancakes, but I was like, I want like
some salt to
exactly. Yeah. So I ended up getting the chicken and pancakes.
7.
But I was like, if without that chicken, I could have done 10 easily. So good. They're so good. Their pancakes are so fucking good.
They are.
I'm not ashamed either.
I mean, it's impressive that you could do 7, because like I said, if I tried to do 7, I'm pretty sure I would be vomiting it back up or in a coma for the next 6 hours.
For sure. I don't know. Pancakes has always been one of those things where I'm like, I could eat a bunch of this. Like, when there was a day during our Little League, like baseball, softball thing growing up, like during the summer, it would be on a Saturday, and we called it 100 inning day, because there would be like, all teams would play like 3 or 4 games. Oh. So like across all the leagues would be like 100 innings. Like that's kind of the concept. Okay. It was just a day full of baseball and softball games. Yeah. Okay. And always during that, they had like one of the tents, you know, that you put up like a graduation party.
Oh, like an easy up? Or no?
No, like a bigger one.
Oh, okay.
Like like a 20 by 30.
Okay.
Like not circus tent, but anyway, they would do that, and they would do like all you can eat pancakes for like a fee, whatever it was, $5 or whatever, and you could do all you can eat pancakes, and I always.
Got more than your $5 worth.
Well, no, because my parents would be like, "You got to play baseball today. Like, don't
Can't
go
be blowing
crazy."
chunks on the field.
Exactly. I think it was during. Man, maybe I'm getting this wrong, and it was during like one of the tournaments at the end of the year. Either way,
So
it
just
was
between plays, you just swoop on through and got a couple of cakes, or
between
what?
games.
Oh,
Or, man, it must have been during a tournament because I don't know. But anyway, it's always been one of those foods. It's like wings where I'm like, I could just eat all of these. Like if there's no fries or anything with it, like just
throw them back.
continue. Yeah.
It's wild.
Anyway, so we did that. Came home, took a nap.
Of course.
It was a part of my daily plan because of
You knew you were
last night.
yeah.
I was slated to be on a 12:30 a.m. show back in Big Bear. So I was like, I'm gonna take 2 naps intentionally today. So I took a nap when we got back from breakfast. I slept until my WoW raid time, and I got up and I raided. I played until I think 4, maybe 5, maybe a little. I don't know, somewhere in there.
Earlier. I feel like I was earlier. You were done.
Took another nap, and then we went to Korean barbecue.
Mm-hmm. So as you can probably infer from his facial expression, it was a little bit problematic for him.
This was one of my least favorite dining experiences of my entire life.
Aww.
It was so frustrating. First of all, we get there 10 to 7. Well, by the time we ended up like meeting your friend and going in, it was like 7.
Mm-hmm.
We check in, and I don't know if they told us there was going to be a wait, but there was like an electric check-in.
Yeah, we were like 5th on the list when she put us on the list.
Yeah. And there was no like, here's how long the wait roughly is going to be.
That would have been nice.
We waited over an hour.
Was it over an hour?
It was over an hour.
Damn. Oof.
And it's just like so unacceptable.
Yeah.
It's so unacceptable in Victorville to have an hour-long wait at your restaurant.
Yeah.
I don't care what the food is.
And we were all already hungry.
Yeah.
So.
And it was busy, but it wasn't fucking an hour-long wait busy.
Well, I guess now, for those of you who don't know, like Korean barbecue, you know, you have the grill built into your table, so you prepare your meats or whatever. So even once we finally sat in the waiting area inside, like I'm looking around, I'm like, well, I see like 2 to 3 empty tables. Like if they bust them, like, I'm thinking.
They were fully bussed. I saw two tables that were completely open for like 10 minutes before we got set.
Yeah.
It was like, what is going on?
Yeah,
like,
so that was confusing me because by my count and how, my friend could tell that she was 5th in line. So I was like, okay, well, there's 3 tables, so we're going to shift it to 2. So I'm thinking like 15, 20 minutes. And it's like, and then I noticed like people that came in after us that were like parties of 2 were getting seated. And I'm like, well, why wouldn't you sit? Because I'm like, I see a 6-seater table for it. I'm like, why wouldn't you sit us? But, whatever. So, yeah, we were good and hangry by the time we got seated.
And, dude, I hate it when, like, you've been waiting a long time and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry for the wait. It's like, are you?
Yeah,
are you?
They didn't explain. Like, if they'd have been like, oh, 2 people called off and we're just short staffed, or like, give me a reason. Like,
yeah, they're like, no, it's just that good. It's like, fuck you, it is. It's so fucking dumb. So. And I realized, like, we went, sat, ate, got our fill, and we were walking out, and there were still people there that were there before we even got sat.
Really?
They were still at their tables eating, and it's like, what are you doing?
Not people waiting, see people sitting. Yeah.
No, people sitting eating. It's like, what are you doing? Like, you're just sitting here, you're like, eating, waiting for it to settle, and then going another round. It's like, you're an asshole. Fuck you. You're a piece of shit.
That's why the wait,
crazy.
Apparently.
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah.
So dumb. It was so dumb.
So.
And the wait is one thing, but then it's like, all right, what food do you want? We'll bring it to you. Now you fucking cook it, bitch. It's that I don't know, like, if that's like a cultural thing where it's like if I'm going out to eat, I expect to be like catered to and like taken care of, and
Well,
like
specific to
made-
Korean barbecue is
and
this, yeah.
made sure that I'm not going to get food poisoning from your chicken curry. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know when this is going to be done. I'm not a chef. I don't do this. This isn't my job. That part absolutely infuriated me. Where it was
Okay.
like, all right, you're sat, you order, and now you have to do the work.
I mean, I warned you of that part.
I know, but it was more involved than I wanted it to be.
Okay.
Way more involved. It was like only one set of tongs, so you had to like switch off on people, like flipping the meat,
yeah.
and being like, oh, this is this kind, and this is it's like I don't want to keep track of what is grilling where and what's spicy, what's not, what's pork, what's chicken. It's like I just want to order something and eat. It was so infuriating. I hated everything about it.
Sorry.
And the room temperature sides, that just...
Well, just the one was room temperature. Everything else was
disgusting.
cold. You just wanted hot sides.
I wanted hot noodles. God forbid I want hot noodles. This seems like a completely normal thing to ask for. Is hot noodles. Every noodle's hot.
Not every.
What do you mean not every?
I've had noodle dishes that were
That's disgusting.
cold before.
Your noodles cold, you're a fucking animal. That's just so fucking gross.
Oh my gosh.
I hated it. I hated everything about it. And it was smoky, and it was just like the soju was good. But
Yeah.
but everything about it was just infuriating.
Aw.
And it was expensive.
Yeah, the price had gone up way more than I thought it had.
And it was like $37 a person, you know, from this side of the menu. It would have been more from the deluxe side. And then like you can get your sides and stuff. But it was like the service wasn't that good. Like I said, like I ate through my rice and I was like, is she just going to bring me more? Or do I have to ask? Like,
yeah.
that's dumb. You should just bring it. Like, it's rice. There's so much of it in the world. I don't think we're on a shortage of rice here.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
bring me more rice. And the original dish you brought me wasn't even that big. Bring me two. That's what I'm going to ask next time. I'm like, bring me another one of these.
You're going to go back again?
Not to that place.
Yeah.
I'll
fair.
go to somewhere nicer.
Yeah.
I don't know. That just seemed like the college version of what Korean barbecue is.
The college version. Well, I have nothing to compare it to. I've never been to another
Oh, really?
spot like set up like that where you cook the other spot off of Bear Valley. It's not all you can eat, and you don't cook it. They do bring it to you.
Good.
Yeah.
That's what we should do.
Yeah.
It's just so dumb. It's so dumb. And the meat was sticking to the grill, so it wasn't even easy to
It
flip.
would have been. I wonder
dude,
if they forgot to spray it, oil it, something, because I don't remember it sticking that bad before. And the pièce de résistance, they tacked on
like a
mandatory
15%
gratuity for a party of 4 for us having to cook it.
Yeah,
like you
basically did nothing. You brought me my refills of Pepsi.
yeah,
That's
it.
all you really did.
That's
like
it.
like I said, if she would have like oh, he's out of rice, let me bring him more
Yeah,
rice. Like
yeah,
even
yeah.
if he's not going to eat it, or like oh, they finished their sides and their plate, like let me bring more. She did come and be like, do you want any more meat? And
Oh, pretty much
we didn't need it.
We just
but-
got all the meat that we wanted right one time, so it was already at the place. You didn't have to make a bunch of trips. Yeah,
and you
that
could
was
just
weird.
walk up and get more if you wanted to
Yeah.
at their little bar
Bar.
area, which felt like a cafeteria. Like just like a
little-
school cafeteria.
yeah, in the middle.
No, like the only thing that was labeled was the meat, which is good, but everything like on the other things, it was just like figure it out.
Well, actually,
It's like, okay.
if you went from the outside, because kind of like U-shaped. So if you went to the outside, the labels were there. If you were inside the U, there were no labels. Which
Well,
is
that doesn't
weird.
make any
Yeah,
sense. Why would I go outside the
Exactly.
U? I want to go in one direction
and
around.
hit all the
What do you-
things? Yeah. Oh boy.
Like I said, my least favorite dining. If it would have been like $20 a person, I'd be like, all right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But like pretty much $40. Like once you get a drink,
Yeah.
and it's like pretty much $40. It's like, dude, I could have gone to Red Lobster, gotten a surf and turf
Yeah.
for that. It's like I would have much preferred that because
sure.
you get the biscuits out of it too.
Anyway.
These like, I don't even know what to call them. Like I don't even know, not like specialty, I don't know, exotic. I don't know what to call it.
What?
Like just the like out of the ordinary style restaurants where like you're cooking it yourself. Like it seems like a novelty and they're charging for the novelty. That's what it felt like.
That's fair.
Like we're charging you for the experience. And it's like, go fuck yourself. Charge me for the food.
Well,
and like
they
the
have
meat,
to know that in this area they have no competition because there's no other spot like that.
Fair.
There's no other Korean barbecue spot. So
there's that factored into it. So it was kind of just like a big fuck you to people that go in there. It was just like, yeah, this is what you're gonna pay, bitch. Fucking deal with it. And it's just like, that's so infuriating. So infuriating. Like I would have much preferred, at least like what do you call the teppanyaki?
Teppanyaki, like a benihana, like where they cook it at your table. Yeah.
At least you get a show.
Yeah.
With that, they stack the onion rings and fucking the fire comes through it and shit. Like, you know, like at least you get that. They flick meat into your mouth. You know where
what kind of places are you going?
You've never seen that?
Flick it into somebody's mouth?
Yeah, like from the.
No, I've seen people flick it on a table, but.
Oh no! I've seen it where they're like, oh, like catch
fresh off of the grill. It's gonna burn the shit out of your mouth.
Yeah, well.
Okay.
That or like, what was it, like Mongolian barbecue where you like go like get your like raw meat
all your stuff
in a bowl and they cook like that's fine.
Yeah.
That cool.
Yeah.
Like you're doing the work. Like I'm selecting what I want and you're doing the slavey, fucking sweaty, like smoky, stinky work part. You know?
Oh my gosh.
That's what I'm paying for.
Right.
I get that. I don't understand charging that much for here's everything you need. Enjoy.
Anyway, I thought it tasted good.
It tasted the meat selection was good.
He wasn't a fan of the sides, but I was gobbling up the sides.
I mean, they were whatever. It was, spicy cucumber was better than I expected.
Like I'm still full from last night. That's how much I ate.
Yeah, I'm not hungry. But I mostly just ate rice and
meat
brisket. Yeah, and like if you didn't, like they give you like the little dips, like if you didn't dip your meat in that, it was just bland except for the spicy one that we got.
And to me, all the beef was good. It was the chicken that was kind of on the bland side, which is
the chicken was curry.
I couldn't taste unless I tasted the wrong piece, but it didn't taste seasoned. I was like, oh, let me use these sauces, and I was like, these sauces really aren't adding anything to it. So I stuck with the beef after that.
I think the curry got scraped off because it was sticking to the grill.
Okay,
so like all the flavor got taken off of it.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. The one dip was like, I don't know, it was like salt in something.
Yeah.
That one I liked because it gave the meat like more of a flavor.
Okay.
Yeah. But like I said, like the spicy meat was really good because there was like a sauce on it when you cooked it in. Yeah. So
then your comedy.
Right. So then we came home, I made some coffee, and I headed out for Big Bear again. And I did go quicker on my this route up. Cause I was like, whoa.
Did you really?
A little bit. Yeah. Not to the point where I was like not in control.
Okay.
But like, I was like, well, I can take this a little quicker because I'm not gonna get sick.
Yeah.
Like I'm fine. There was a couple like turns where like I'd make like the tight turn and my head would kind of, I'd feel a little weird. And I was like, ooh, I've never had that before. I'm sure it was like a combo of like altitude and just like turning quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, ooh, that was a little tight. But got up there, no problem. Mm-hmm. Get to the venue. I got there probably like 11:15, 11:20. Got in, no cover. Because I'm performing, no big deal. Mm-hmm. Actually,
they were charging covers?
Yeah, $5.
Did they refund it when there was no show? Sorry, spoiler alert.
Well, I didn't get charged. And nobody was there nobody went for the comedy.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So I get there at like 11:20. There's a cover band playing that was really good. And I walk in and I was like, oh, this is like a college bar. Like everybody's just trying to get laid. I'm like, this is the worst place you could possibly. This is way worse than the sports bar last night.
Oh,
like,
gosh.
It was like drunk people dancing. There was a group of black dudes that were dancing.
Oh, there were black people that
I know,
night. I know, because we hardly saw any last Friday night.
And it was like, I was surprised, but it was like, oh, this is where people up here, like younger people, come to try to get laid, to try to meet people and get laid. Like that's what this is. It was college. Like I've been to the bars like this,
okay,
where it's like here's this pocket of dudes just standing around with their hands in their pockets, just like staring at people. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like nobody is there for comedy. And I was texting you, and it was just like, the only way you're going to be successful here is to do crowd work, and even then you won't be getting laughs. You'll just be getting crowd interaction, because there was no seats. There was a stage, and it was like dance floor right in front of it, and then all the tables were like further back.
Oh
so
my
it was
God,
like, if
that
anybody,
sucks.
yeah. So it was like nobody's gonna sit and laugh. They're gonna be standing, and that's just uncomfortable, and that's just not what people want to do.
God, they really did not set y'all up for success.
Not at all. So obviously, like, the show was supposed to start at 12:30. I had to sit for like an hour. It was a cash only bar. I had $1 single on me. I was like, well, I guess I'm just drinking water, which I wasn't planning on getting into alcohol anyway.
Yeah.
But so I just get a water, and they had this big like outdoor area. It was a cool place. Like if I was just going looking for like a place to drink and like maybe dance, or just like even like go outside, they had these like fire pits that like people were sitting around, like, covered, of course, but it was cool. It was a cool place.
Yeah.
So I kind of go outside, and it was cold, so I put my sweatshirt on, which was nice. I've been waiting for sweatshirt weather for so long now. I hang outside for a little bit, and I'm like, I look like a weirdo. And then I go back inside, and I sit at a table to like listen to the band, and I'm like, I look like a weirdo here too. It's just all by myself, just not drinking. Like, yeah. And obviously nobody knows who I am. They probably don't know that there's comedy happening. So even if I go, oh, I'm a comedian, that would mean nothing to them.
Yeah.
Nobody approached me, thank God.
Because you look so approachable.
I know, right? So at about 12:15 is when like most of the other comics showed up, and like we kind of all congregated like by like the front door, because the stage was right there. And we're all like every comic that walked in was like, are we really doing a show here? Because it was like loud music, people were dancing, and we're all telling to each other like, we're just gonna stop their good time so that they are forced to listen to our jokes. We're like, this is not a good idea.
Right.
Like, they're not gonna like this. If anything, 5 minutes at most, they're gonna like enjoy, and then it's just not gonna work. So the guy running the show, he gathered us around, and he goes, all right, show of hands, who wants to do the show? Nobody raised their hand. And then he's like, well, the owner, he said like, he wants comedy here at this time. Like, the people are going to want it. And we were like, as comics, we were like, no, they don't. Like, the owner is not the people. Like, the owner does, like, they think they know what, like, the people want. They don't. They don't. Again, I've been through this enough times where an owner is like, oh, we want clean comedy. It's like, no, you don't. You think you want that, but you don't want that.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not going to go as well as you think it is in your head. And so the showrunner, he was like, all right, I'm going to go like let them know, or like I'm going to, at one point he was like, I'm going to go like announce it and like see like how the people react. And I said to the other comics, I was like, oh yeah, let the people vote, because that's worked out so well lately. And that killed amongst the comics. So proud of myself. Proud of myself. But I mean, for like 15 minutes, we were just crowding around each other, just cracking jokes about how bad of an idea this is. And so that was the fun part for us.
Okay.
It was just like, this is a shit show. There's no way that we can reasonably do this.
Yeah.
so the showrunner goes up and he's like, "You guys want some comedy?" And they're like, "Ah!" And he
Is that like a no or yes?
It's a fucking good question. And he was like, "If you want comedy, give me a hell yeah." And there was like a quarter of the people were like, "Hell yeah!" And I definitely heard one person go, "No."
Damn.
And so he brings up the guy that was going to be the host, and it's this like tall black dude, confident, and he does like 5 minutes, and all of us comics are like, "This is as good as it's going to get." Like he's doing crowd work, crowd interaction. Nobody's really laughing; they're just having an exchange.
Yeah.
And then we're just like, we can't all do crowd work for an hour. Like it's just not going to work.
Yeah.
And there was one Holland. He was like, "I'll go up." But by that time, the showrunner was like, "Yeah, we're not going to do this."
Yeah.
And I almost was like, "Yeah, I drove an hour and 15 minutes to get here. Like, I'll do it." But at the end of the day, I was like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
And it felt nice that the other comics were also like, "Fuck this," because then I felt like I wasn't like being a bitch.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. If they're all like, "Yeah, let's do it," and you're like,
Yeah. Then I'm like, all right. So I decide to call it. I go take a pee. I say goodbye to the comics, and I head home. Thankfully, the coffee did me well. I didn't struggle at all coming home. I listened to some albums that I hadn't listened to since like high school.
Nice.
So
nice.
I was like, this will be a good way to like keep myself present. Oh damn, what was I gonna say? Oh, and I even texted it to you while driving home. I was like, I'm in a better headspace that we canceled it than if I would have gone up and just like bombed or like nobody like not got no work done kind of thing.
That's
like
fair.
I was in a much better mood than I would have been like driving home, been like, man, that sucked.
Aw,
so like
that's fair.
Like I had to drive
Basically for nothing.
basically for nothing, but like it's one of those experiences, you know.
Yeah.
It's like this comedy takes you to the strangest places and gives you the weirdest experiences.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. I even went up to the guy that went up, and I was like, "Can you at least like verify that us choosing to not do it was the right choice?" And he's like, "Yeah, like you're not gonna get any work done. You're not gonna practice. Like it's." There was no reason to do it.
Aw,
so I was like, all right, well then, but that makes me feel better. Like we made the right choice.
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
So yeah. So then I got home at like 2, which again was better than I probably would have gotten home closer to 3 if we would have actually done the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was home a little early. Coffee was still in my
Coursing through your
system.
veins.
Yeah. So I had a little trouble falling asleep and staying asleep, but it is what it is. So that was the experience. Any questions?
No, none.
Oh man, that was. Yeah, so that's why we're tired, because she was up. I couldn't believe that you were still like texting me. I was like, well, she probably can't sleep because she's worried about me.
Well, but it's like I was kind of in and out because I had food coma, so I was kind of like laying down and reading, and it was like
it's not a comfortable like sleep, even if you're full.
And I was super full.
Yeah,
I was like full. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna read. And then like there are a few times. Well, I don't know if you're the same way, but like when reading laying down, I start off like centered, like propped up, leaned, and at some point it was like, oh, I'm so full. So I kind of rolled over to my side, and then it became a point of like, let me prop up my Kindle because it just was so hard to. And then a couple of times I woke up and the Kindle was like flat on your pillow. And I was like, oh, I don't know how long. And then I was like,
it says 45 minutes to the end of chapter.
Yeah. Well, and then like, because I hadn't put my phone in sleep mode, obviously, because I was, I want to be available in case you needed to stay awake driving home. So I got like a buzz of your text, and I was like, oh, okay, on my watch. And I looked at it and responded, and I tried to read the same paragraph or the same sentence again. And lather, rinse, repeat like 5 or 6 times. You're texting like kept like, oh, okay. And so I remember, I don't know, around 12:15 or so, I text you. I was like, so, how was it going, or how'd it go, or whatever. And then that's when you told me that, they're pretty much calling it. And then I think I was sort of getting a second win then. So I was like, okay, yeah, because you text you, it's like, okay, I'm heading home and I should be home around 2 or whatever. And yeah, so I was like, oh, well, because I was like 92% away through this book. So I wanted to finish it. So I getting a second win. So I was like, okay, well, I can finish it. And then I stayed awake without difficulty until you got home. So
yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Made you stay up.
It's okay. Like I said, I was worried with that back route to Big Bear. I was like, there's no lights and there's turns, and he just had a big meal, and
it wasn't that bad. Like the drive is not the part that deters me from going up there.
Well,
like,
I mean, yeah,
it's not that bad, especially from this side. Like I told you on the way there to look at the route going from like down the hill, which is weird that it's only 20 extra minutes, like to go through the pass up the 138 or whatever it is. No, is it the 138?
No, you take all the way to 215, 210, and then go up.
Right. That route is insane. Like that route is scarier than the way up this way. Like once you get to the mountains here, it's like 12 miles to Big Bear. Yeah, it's curvy and stuff, but it's not as daunting as the other route. So it's not that bad. It's actually a pretty reasonable drive to make. I just wish that it was more set up for comedy.
Yeah. You want to do some topics?
Sure. Let's get into it here. So that was our weekend. Let's see. Let's do this one. So this says,
That's a random thing to find.
Is it? This is right up our alley. So
this is one of those things that, again, I'm like, how did you get this data?
I know, right? It says men who have intercourse at least twice a week are less likely to have a heart attack. And I wonder, well, I guess we could read it, but my first thought is like, is this because it's like exercise? And it's like, you know what I mean? Like if you're not like exercising regularly, but you're having sex, it's at least like getting
it's like cardio.
It's cardio. So
why wouldn't they just say men who
exercise,
perform or do cardio twice a week? Well, yeah, duh. Like I don't know. That's a weird way to couch it.
But I think this is more. I think sex is a more stress relieving activity than just exercise.
True.
So there's that aspect.
And obviously,
to it too.
One could infer that if you're having intercourse, you're liking who you're having intercourse with. You're in a relationship. Right. You got the endorphins, the serotonins, whatever that comes with a happy relationship. So
yeah.
There's that too.
So it says a study published in the American Journal of Cardiology, so this is legit, dude, suggests that men who engage in sexual activity at least twice a week may reduce their risk of heart attack. Researchers followed middle-aged men for several years and found that consistent sexual activity can support cardiovascular health by improving circulation, lowering stress, and balancing hormone levels. Although sex should not be viewed as a substitute for overall healthy habits, it may serve as a valuable complement to heart health.
So, one thing that noticed me right off the bat, the picture with the headline specifically says intercourse, whereas this caption says sexual activity. Those are can be two different things. Sexual activity, could be interpreted as just orgasming. That could be masturbation. That could be anything. Intercourse involves another person.
Also, I want to know how they went about this, because if they're just like asking dudes like, how many times did you have sex?
Yeah,
like 5, bro.
That's why I'm like, how did they gather this data?
Although middle-aged men are less likely to lie about how often they're having sex, but even still, I'd be like, so much, dude. Like you can't. You probably can't even count.
Oh my gosh.
Like I just be fucking. But I mean, it makes sense, like especially the stress level part,
for sure.
If you're having sex, I think, and I'm sure, like in their study, they define what sexual activity is, and I would imagine that it is like with another person.
Okay,
I would imagine that's how they. What am I saying? define sexual
They
activity.
should probably include this in this because, to me...
Yeah, well, not as many people are going to read it if they are too specific.
Still, to say intercourse here and then sexual activity here, it's like, those aren't necessarily the same thing.
Yeah. Or it's like, does like receiving a blowjob or like just like a hand job, does that count?
That's
like,
sexual activity, but that's not intercourse.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like they would have to define what sexual activity is.
And I mean, and studies have shown that orgasm, that releases endorphins. So that's gonna
Word.
Again, all the good mental stuffs come with that. So
yeah. So get out there, guys. Find someone that wants to have sex with you and then do it as much as possible. I wonder if there's a point of diminishing returns where it's like, if you have sex X amount of times per week, it's actually bad for you. like surely there's a point.
I would think you'd have to like pull porn stars, I would think.
Well, it's interesting you brought up porn stars.
Uh-oh. Jeez.
Because this, I'm pretty sure this person is an adult.
Oh, I was going to say, am I supposed to know who Bella Thorne is? Okay.
I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like she is.
Well, here, let me do a little Wikipedia right quick because I'm curious.
I thought you were going to say Google.
No.
That's going to be dangerous.
That's why I specifically chose Wikipedia.
So it's...
Bella Thorne. Go ahead.
It says... Bella Thorne surprises fiance Mark M's with a proposal of her own. So her like caption says 3 years ago we met. 1 year later he proposed. Now 1 year later so did I.
What?
Was I right?
No, it just says she's an actress and a singer.
Oh, whoops.
It doesn't
Sorry,
say.
Bella.
It doesn't say adults.
My bad.
Films.
I don't mean to to put you in a corner. My fault.
Go ahead and read the thing, because I'm confused already.
Bella Thorne took to IG to reveal that she just popped the question to her fiancé, Mark M's. The two originally got engaged in 2023, according to reports, but Thorne decided to return the favor and propose right back. It's stupid.
What if he already did? Why?
Also, this video is so funny to me. He's probably like, you don't have to suck my dick right here. Like, that's what it's like...
Well,
anytime a girl gets on her knees in front of me, I'm like, oh, this is happening. This is what's going on.
Oh my gosh.
Right? I mean,
I could definitely see why he would be confused, especially since he already proposed to her. It'd be like, what are you doing?
Oh, look at this first comment. Lord have mercy. He probably thought he was about to get some head. That's exactly what I thought. And this is...
I don't understand.
And like, he already proposed to her.
Yeah. Presumably she said so...
Yeah, and it's like, why do you feel the need to do it back? Like, this, if I was him, I'd be like, don't post that. Like, you can do it, but don't post that. Don't let people know that you proposed back to me. Like, this is fucking weird. I don't know. Like, I would have said no. I would have been like, you know what?
Give me my ring back.
It's off. This is crazy. You're a crazy person. Obviously, I misjudged.
When
I decided to propose to you originally.
I don't get it.
Is there sound to this?
Sounds like.
See, this is the move. He gets down to. He's like, I can't be. What a homo! Sorry. That is so crazy to react like that, dude. That is infuriating. Really, dude? Really?
Was there sound?
I don't know. If it might just be the... Oh, fuck. I don't know.
Oh.
Anyway.
Yeah,
it's just like...
This is weird to me.
It's super weird, man. I
thought it was just going to be like, she popped the question first. But the fact that he already did, and then she did a year later.
It's so stupid.
Why? Yeah.
They got too much time on their hands.
Yeah, I don't get it. Also, I mean, one would hope that, well, since dudes do it more often, I would assume that when dudes do it, there's a certain level of assurance of an acceptance. Obviously, not everybody does, but I imagine there's probably an element, ever so slight element of doubt of, oh my God, what if she says no or whatever. So the fact that they're already engaged and then she does, it's like, well, now you got the easy route. Like you already know he's going to say yeah.
It's not brave.
Yeah, not at all.
It's not like, it's, yeah. I don't know. Like, even like, I don't know, every once in a while there would be like a story about a woman proposing to a man, and it's just like, that's not your place. Sorry. Like, I know that like we're not supposed to like have gender norms and blah, 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 but like it's not your place to propose. Like, it's just not.
I mean, it's not the convention.
And also, if he says no, that relationship's definitely over. I know. I mean,
aren't most relationships over when there was a no at a proposal?
No, not necessarily.
Give me an example. What's an appropriate way to not accept, but the relationship is still on?
You have a legitimate reason.
Okay, but
usually financial.
But I mean, shouldn't that other party also know that? Like, why wouldn't they take that into account?
Yes, but they might have like different views of like when is a good time to get married.
That's fair.
I mean, I have a friend who has been with the same guy for years now, and he's proposed a few times, and she's like, not yet, because...
Well, not yet is not a no, I guess.
Well, basically.
Well, I mean, it is, but it's not a hard, like, not ever.
No, like, no, I don't want to marry you. Yeah, no, it's not like that. It's like, no, like, you have these, like, financial things that I'm not willing to get, like...
That's fair.
Yeah, so it's like, it is... And, like, a woman can say no, and the relationship can continue. If a man says no, that girl will never forgive that.
Even if the man gives similar reasons to where a woman could say not yet.
I don't think a woman would be able to handle that. I don't think most men, like I would say generally speaking, the relationship probably would end. Yeah. But I think if it has a better chance of continuing if the woman says no for a reason versus if the man says, because I feel like that woman is going to like
shut down.
I hate to be sexist, but like hold a grudge and be like, why would you say no to like you made me feel like shit, like blah, blah, blah. Like there's gonna be all these other extenuating reasons.
If the woman answered in the same way as the dude in your, if the guy answered in the same way that a woman can and it still be acceptable, it's like not yet because XYZ. I feel like if couched the same way, I feel like potentially the woman wouldn't shut down.
God, that would hurt so much. Oh my God.
I mean, obviously anything but a yes is going to sting. It just, I guess the magnitude of the sting of a not yet versus a no is considerably less, but I don't know.
Oh, this is crazy.
For me, whenever I see videos on Instagram, the public, the big proposals, those are always clinch factor for me because I'm like, oh, like you're really brave, because if there's a shadow of a doubt and she's like, like everybody's gonna see it now.
Like what if she just clams up and is like, I just can't handle this right now.
The public ones give me anxiety watching.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when it's like a big thing.
Yeah,
or like they put it on like the board at the sports game, or
honestly, I feel like at that point, the party, just to not publicly embarrass, just say yes and then later be like, okay, we can't because X, Y, Z.
100%.
Don't say no when it's that public.
But also, like, there's a thing of like you can get engaged and then just put off the actual marriage. It's not like once you get engaged that now you're married.
Yeah,
it's
for
like
sure.
You put it off until you are ready.
Yeah.
Like, but there's no reason that you can't get engaged and be engaged for X amount of years before truly getting married because whatever extenuating circumstances.
And also, a part of me also wonders that on the psychological part of it, when people do those big public proposals, like I'm like, are you low-key trying to manipulate them into saying yes because you know it'll be embarrassing if they don't and they're gonna spare your, it's like I don't know.
Yeah, I've never thought about that. Yeah, you're right.
Oof.
It is kind of like backing them into a corner.
Yeah. So weird.
Yeah. All right, let's wrap this bad boy up.
Alrighty.
Follow us on Instagram at Willie_D20.
And Eb_Nick.
If you have any questions or topics for us to talk about, email us at thickthinpod@gmail.com. Like, subscribe, share the YouTube, and wherever you get your podcasts, there's a share button. Hit that and send the link to your best friend. If everybody does that, we'll double our followers.
That's true.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, not that I can think of.
All right. We will see y'all next week.
Bye.